A very good afternoon to you. This is your lunchtime news bulletin. As always, comes to you live on MTV Sports with news first. I'm Shahin Jurong-Party. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. United Kingdom calls for a transparent investigation into the unrest in Valiveria. 51 complaints relating to election violence reported. Over 50 killed in violence in Iraq. Now for those stories in detail. The Election Secretariat says that it has received 51 complaints related to violation of election laws. The Secretariat added that 4 complaints relating to violence was reported from Jaffna, Mullaitivu, Martale and Puttlam. The most number of complaints relating to the violation of election laws have been reported from the Kurunegala district, with the number of complaints standing at 11. According to the Election Secretariat, 10 complaints have been received from the Martale district, 4 from the Kandy district, 3 from the Jaffna district and 2 complaints each from the Nuwara Eliya and Puttlam districts. British Foreign Office Minister Alistair Burt urged the Sri Lankan authorities to ensure that the right to peaceful protest is protected and to ensure a swift and transparent investigation. Alistair Burt was quoted by the British government website as stating, quote, "I note with serious concern emerging reports of the violent disruption of peaceful protests by the Sri Lankan security forces in Valiveria on the 1st of August, in which at least 3 people died," unquote. He also added that his thoughts are with the families of those who were killed or injured. Meanwhile, in other local news, rituals that are performed ahead of the Asala Perahera in Kandy commenced at the auspicious time of 7:59 am today.
The Kandy Asala Perahera begins with a ritual known as Kapsituwima, which is observed at 4 Devalayas, namely Nathak, Vishnu, Kataragama and Pattani. A sapling of the jackfruit tree was used in this ritual, which commenced this morning. A large number of devotees were present to observe this ritual at the 4 Devalayas. Following the Kapsituwima, the Perahera commenced within each Devalaya. The first Kumbul Perahera will parade the streets on the 17th of this month. The first Randoli Perahera will begin on the 16th of this month, and the final Randoli Perahera will parade the streets on the 20th.
Meanwhile, the Kataragama Asala Perahera will parade the streets tonight. Basnayaka Nilame of the Kataragama Mahadevalaya Shashin Rajapaksa says the Perahera will commence at 7:30 p.m.
5 Peraheras will take place from today, and a special Perahera will commence on the 12th of August. The Basnayaka Nilame of the Kataragama Mahadevalaya says the final Perahera will take place on the 20th. The final Perahera will take place on the 20th of this month. A special plan has been put in place with the assistance of the police and the 3 armed forces to provide necessary security and facilities for devotees.
Well, the footage you just witnessed was the aftermath of the Thalagala Oya breaking its banks. Floods triggered by this damaged houses located in close proximity to the Nuwara Eliya racecourse on the 4th of this month. Now, area residents charge that although they are affected by this problem for several years, officials have failed to take action in this regard. Approximately 50 families reside in this village located close to the racecourse in Nuwara Eliya. The houses of these people are inundated at least twice a year due to the overflowing of the Thalagala Oya.
We have no place to cook because our cookers are washed away.
Area residents point out that they have been living in this village for generations as their ancestors took care of horses. They say that, however, with the development of the racecourse grounds, they have now become illegal settlers, depriving them of constructing or renovating their homes.
Everything in the house is damaged and destroyed. We cannot place anything on this.
The residents say they prefer to be relocated to another place. They charge that although officials had said that land and houses will be provided, none of these promises have materialized.
They say they will construct houses. They say once the elections are over, they will build homes for us. But nothing has been done. We are very disappointed. Living like this is saddening. How long can we live like this? There is no solution for our children. They have been suffering since they were little. All of us are suffering.
Still in local news, a 1.5-year-old infant and 7 others have been hospitalized after being stung by wasps in Hewa Hatta. A spokesperson of the Rikilaga Hospital said the infant has been transferred to the Kandy Hospital for further treatment. The police say that the rest of the victims, who are females, are not in a critical condition. The wasp attack took place last evening. A computer science engineer from Sri Lanka, Professor Gihan Dias, has been inducted to the Internet Hall of Fame. The Internet Hall of Fame celebrates Internet visionaries, innovators and leaders from around the world who believe in the design and potential of an open Internet and through their work helped change the way people live. Professor Gihan Dias serves as the Chief Executive Officer of the LK Domain Registry and is also Professor at the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at the University of Moratuwa. 32 Internet personalities were inducted to the Internet Hall of Fame at a ceremony held in Germany recently. This recognition should go to all those who were connected since the 1980s to the projects that made the Internet user-friendly in the Sinhala and Tamil languages. Professor Gihan Dias is the first South Asian ever to be inducted to the Internet Hall of Fame. The Internet should be a safe place. It should also protect the privacy of people. That is what we should work towards in the next 10 to 20 years. Sri Lanka has more to do in terms of Internet expansion. The Mirihana Special Crimes Unit has arrested a suspect who was involved in obtaining hundreds of thousands of rupees from accountants while promising them jobs in Singapore. The police said that 35 complaints were lodged in this regard. The suspect had carried out his operation in an office located in Borlas Kamwa. The police noted that more complaints are still being lodged against the suspect. The police added that the record was revealed by an accountant from a reputed firm in Colombo. Well, moving overseas, Iraqi medical and police sources said that a series of car bombs targeting busy markets and shopping streets in and around Baghdad killed at least 51 people and wounded more than 100 yesterday, part of a surge in violence in recent months. Bombs went off in northern, eastern and southern districts of the capital in quick succession in areas crowded with shoppers and worshippers near a mosque. One of the attacks hit a square in central Baghdad where a parked car bomb killed 5 and wounded 18. In a mainly Shiite neighborhood to the south, another car bomb exploded close to a shop selling ice cream after the evening breaking of the Ramadan fast. In Nahrawan, 30 kilometers southeast of Baghdad, militants targeted a crowded commercial street with a car bomb. On the northern outskirts of the capital, a bomb exploded near a packed market. According to the United Nations, insurgent attacks have multiplied in Iraq since the start of the year, with more than 1,000 people killed in July, the highest monthly death toll since 2008. The Interior Ministry, which has said Iraq was facing an open war fueled by sectarian violence, ramped up security in the capital this week by closing roads and deploying additional police and helicopters. Meanwhile, at least 11 children have been killed and 26 others wounded in an explosion in Pakistan's port city of Karachi. The blast took place in the impoverished Liari neighborhood of the city after a football match today. Senior police official Tariq Darejo said the bomb was planted on a motorbike that was parked outside the stadium. Darejo said the bomb was a remote control device. According to reports, the bomb targeted a member of the Provincial Assembly at the stadium, but he survived. Foreign reports say that Liari is notorious for gang wars, and this appears to be a localized crime in which criminal events who were against his politician tried to target him. In other parts of the city, there were several explosions outside wine shops in 4 separate areas. Local politician Sania Naz from the Pakistan People's Party also confirmed the blast, saying that those killed were aged from 6 to 15 years old. Karachi, a city of 18 million people, contributes 42% of Pakistan's GDP, but is rife with murder and kidnappings and has been plagued for years by ethnic, sectarian and political violence. In more international news, Taiwan's Defense Minister Andrew Yang announced his resignation last evening at a news conference after holding the office for 6 days. The Defense Ministry received reports accusing one of Yang's publications in February 2007 of being plagiarized. Yang said although the article was published under his name, it was written by his colleague and it did involve copying content from a Chinese magazine. According to the ministry, Deputy Defense Minister Cao Guangxi will temporarily take on Yang's duties. Yang was appointed as the Defense Minister after his predecessor, Cao Huashu, stepped down amid public criticism for a soldier who died after being punished for misconduct. We're speaking at a media briefing following Sri Lanka's 6-wicket win against South Africa in the third and final 2020 international played yesterday. Sri Lankan opener Tilakaratne Dilshan had this to say.
We are looking to provide an opportunity for youngsters to gain experience and perform well. This will help the young cricketers to groom themselves to perform well in the upcoming World Cup as well as in other matches. I believe this was the reason behind the decisions taken by the Sri Lanka Cricket Selection Committee.
Well, now on to some tennis news. Jerzy Janowicz and Vasek Pospisil won the day 2 of the Rogers Cup in Montreal, Canada.
Tails, heads.
The Rogers Cup continued in the Canadian city of Montreal with the resumption of the first round. World number 18 Jerzy Janowicz battled some internal demons before winning an error-drawn opening match on centre court against Frenchman Julien Benneteau. Janowicz, a semi-finalist at Wimbledon last month, relied heavily on his booming serve once again, eventually helping him to secure a shaky and somewhat unconvincing 3-6, 6-3, 7-5 win. Canadian Vasek Pospisil surged to an unlikely but well-deserved first-round win over informed American John Isner. 71st ranked Pospisil came from a set and a breakdown into calm 5-7, 7-6, 7-6 victory in bright and sunny conditions. Isner initially appeared unfazed by the vocal support his opponent enjoyed as he looked control in his early stages. But Pospisil responded with shot making that played the wildcard status, and with the crowd inspiring his very move, he upset a tiny Isner to come a significant scalp with a memorable 5-7, 7-6, 7-6 win.
And that's our lunchtime news bulletin. As always, it is a pleasure having you with us. For News First, I'm Shah Jarampati. Goodbye and take care.